Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know when it gets stuck.
You feel that it's got stuck. When it's not, it's gone down.
You can feel the
like a scratchy, itchy,
the disgusting taste, and that's when I kind of, what do you call it when you get?
Yeah, like oh come on,
No,
gag, like gag.
Yeah, gag.
Why can we never think of any words?
Honestly,
people look at it like,
it's all
these
the
guys
lights
are
and the cameras.
Stupid.
No, this is me every day, guys. Just so you know, this is me.
Welcome to the Harry and Co podcast show. Please like and subscribe for more.
Oh, I've got a horrible flu. I told you, didn't I?
The man flu.
The man flu. Well, that's a good topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is this? Like,
it's so funny because I think from a female perspective to a male oh my gosh. Point of view.
I like it.
It's one of those things, like, obviously females, like when males are like, oh come on, like males literally, and this is completely going to be sexist, but when males get the flu, they literally just lie in bed, don't they? It's like, it's the worst thing. Women, man, we've just got to get up. We've got to crack on. You got to shake it off.
Yeah. Do you reckon that's what it is? No, I think there is a chemical difference.
Oh, come on.
We are very... anatomy and everything. And our chemicals, our hormones, everything completely different.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
Could it be different? Here's them one, right? Man flu, like, it's a bit of a joke, isn't it?
It's a running joke.
But I use the term, but in a jokey way. I don't genuinely believe we get more ill. So,
how you feeling? You feeling a bit better though?
Oh, do you know what? I don't feel like really foggy. I just got this like horrible
just cough. Yeah, I've been hearing you cough.
Can't breathe.
It's awful.
Breathe out, so it's horrible.
I think that's the worst thing when you get the flu, is if you've got a cough, and like you'll be fine within yourself, but it's like if you've got to go to work, or you've got to do presentations, or you've got to do viewings, or you've got to do like things where you're speaking to people all the time, Zoom calls. It's one of those things. If you've got a cough, it's so hard to just excuse me.
Yeah.
But then when you get like sometimes I've had it where I've literally gone into like coughing fits.
See this. If you make me laugh.
I'm so, and then you're going to go into it.
Oh God! Right, stop. Okay, yeah, come on.
Like in terms of coughing, like I've always got this thing. If I get the flu, I always have a bad cough for about 2 months after, and I cannot shake it, and it's every single time. No. It's really bad. So I always got anxiety. Yeah. Every time I start to feel ill, I'm like, no, please. I don't need the coughing fits. Yeah, all the time. But it's weird. Everyone's body just reacts differently to different things, isn't it?
So my friend was taking like preempting stuff. Is this a thing, right? Because I've never done this before. But they were like, so if they were, I'm getting and you know, sometimes you do know you're going to get ill. You're like, right, tomorrow I know I'm going to be ill. Like, you can feel
you're going to wake up.
Yeah.
More, absolutely.
But that, for me, that's more when you've got a proper, like, it's affecting your head as well and stuff, right? Yeah. Whereas this, for me, for some reason, it's the cough and the breathing, right? Like, it's different every time. But they were like, they were preempting it. It's like, get the Lemsips on the go and do all their drugs before. To like try and I do that.
So probably about 2 days before I get super, super sick, I just feel it within my body. I'm like, okay, I feel run down. I'm going to get sick. And it's always a case that I just start downing vitamin C. And obviously doctors tell you, or people tell you, like, you know, don't take too much or make you, I don't know what, constipated or whatever.
I don't know, I'd rather be constipated than have a really bad
So
flu.
I get like the chewable ones, and I will down like 10.
Oh, wow.
But then if I wake up the next morning, I always never feel as bad as what I believe I could have, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then it just softens the blow a little bit more. I can still kind of go to work or crack on.
Could be like psychological, couldn't it? Like this whole placebo thing. That's weird. Yeah. I don't even know. That's like a whole topic, isn't it? Like a placebo thing. You know, but this is something they've given. You know, they do like tests in like
labs.
Research.
Yeah.
And, you know, so they'll give two people a drug, but no one knows what's what. One's a placebo, one's not. But they're telling them that it's the same thing and it's a super new drug, but it might be just like a Smartie. I think you'd probably know if it was a Smartie, wouldn't you? Because it'd be a lovely chocolate.
I like that. Can I have another?
It tastes just like a Smartie. Yeah, it wouldn't work like that, would it? Probably just have to be a piece of chalk, something really horrible. Like,
some medicines taste like that.
Have you ever bit a paracetamol or something?
The worst. Is that not the worst feeling ever?
Would you do one now? Would you buy one now?
No.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's
that's awful.
You'd have to like rinse your mouth out straight away and stuff like that. But
people have fear of like swallowing tablets and things like that, though.
Tablets or capsules? What do you prefer?
So capsules go down a lot better, don't they?
Why? What is that for?
I think it's the coating on it.
But why are they? Why have a capsule or a tablet?
I think it. You know, like I do it sometimes. So you know, if you have like a paracetamol or whatever, and it doesn't have like the nice coating on it. As soon as I put it down, normally I'll just get like 2 or 3, throw it down my neck, and then jug some water.
Chug some
water.
But chug
if it
or jug?
Chug.
You know, chug's good. Yeah. I thought you said jug. No, because I thought this was a new Australian thing we're learning. I'm going to just go and jug some beer, like in a jug.
Absolutely. So I just throw it back, and then I think it's one of the things, if it gets like stuck. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when it gets stuck.
You feel that it's got stuck. When it's not, it's gone down.
You can feel the...
like a scratchy, itchy...
The disgusting taste. And that's when I kind of... What do you call it when you get...
Yeah, like... come on.
Gag.
Like gag?
Yeah, gag.
Why can we never think of any words?
Honestly.
People are going to be like,
it's all the lights and the
cameras.
No, this is me every day, guys. Just so you know, this is me.
It's normal.
Like, my wife pays me out all the time because I make up... Yeah.
Here we go. Another Australianism.
Yeah. Pays me out, makes fun of me.
Oh, pays you out.
So, yeah, pays you out, makes fun of me. Like it.
Okay.
So, she pays me out all the time because I just make up words. But not only that, the confidence I have behind it. So, if I'm just going with a sentence, because I generally think I'm like a little bit dyslexic, can't pronounce words very well. Or I speak too fast, so I get really nervous.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all the time, she's like, Nicole, that's not even a word. And I'm like,
oh, no.
We'll just go with it. But she's like, and she'll just laugh. It literally happened yesterday. I'm trying to remember what it was.
But
I just make up a word.
Completely obscure? Like, I can't think of anything because most words means, like, most noises mean something. But like a booger. Like,
yeah. No, obviously, it's like an English word.
Something
but
similar,
I'll slip it into a sentence.
Yeah.
That... She's like, Nicole, it's not even, that's...
Do you know what, though? That makes more of an... I think things like that make an interesting person.
Well, thank you, Harry. That's what I like to go with.
Yeah.
Other people disagree, but you know what? This is me. Break out that song. Can we put on that podcast? This is me.
Oh, God, yeah.
Let me just put that in that section. Insert.
Do people have background music on podcasts?
Well, the ones I listen to, I've never heard it.
Because we're like motivational. This is Nicole. Okay, that's not going to work.
I like...
Oh, God, yeah, you were beatboxing earlier.
I was.
I was trying to set up the equipment. I was like, where's the music
coming from? I was like, test.
It was so good. I was like, oh, my God, I've pressed the background music button. How do I stop it? And it wasn't. It was
just me. What was it? Bless my daughter.
Oh, go on.
Yesterday, we were in the car. No, she's not, but we were in the car. And
start them young.
Celine Dion came on. And I love a bit of Celine.
Oh, God.
Like, I grew up with my mum was obsessed with Celine.
You're allowed to admit this in 2024.
I am. You know what? I always will. I went to one of her concerts back in like 2019.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. 2017 or 18 when she was in Leeds.
Is she still kicking about?
Oh, yeah. She's kicking about.
She did the Titanic theme, didn't she?
Thing. But there's other songs, you know what I mean? And you know when you grow up, it's just one of those things, you know, when you grow up with either your parents playing particular artists, you just love them, don't you? Because it just feels like,
that sort of thing.
It just feels like home. But anyway, so in the car yesterday, I was driving. Celine came on the playlist. My wife was like, "Oh, have a word," and I'm like, "Oh my God, yes!" Anyway, I just belted it out.
Happy?
No, she pays me out. She knows I love it, so she lets me listen to her. You've got to have a bit of contrast
in a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And she pays me out. She's like, "Oh, Selena," I'm like, "Oh, she's amazing."
Yeah.
Selena.
Makes Selena
But
Selena Dion.
Who's Selena Dion?
It's the one you were. It's like the cover band, not Celine Dion, Selena Dion.
Can that be my new band?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be amazing. Get my guitar out.
Anyway, let's not carry on because I could go straight off topic.
I know.
On this one.
So back to it. We're going to get better at that.
I know.
Bringing it back.
I've been told to get better.
Bringing it. I know. Same.
Bring it back.
So my daughter, we're driving the car. Celine comes on. Anyway, she just turns around and she went, "Oh, Mum, it's you."
Oh, because you've previously belted
She thought it was me singing.
Remind me how old she is.
She's 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So she literally was like, "Mummy, it's you," and I'm like, "Damn straight, I sound like Celine, darling. Damn straight. You take that and you run with it."
Biggest compliment.
It was honestly, it made me day me.
Oh, I like it.
I went home and nothing could ruin my day after that.
And now you're still grabbing that story and keeping it close.
Absolutely. I'll tell the whole world about that. Yeah, yesterday in the car.
How long's the story? What's the life cycle of the story? Like, can you keep that going for another week? I reckon so.
Yeah, probably.
Keep it. Anyway, these memories are precious and they last forever.
Absolutely.
Boom.
She won't think that in a few years, but that's okay.
No.
But I'll remember that.
Yeah, kids
I'll play her this podcast.
Yeah. What when she's like 21? We're like super old and like, well, we talked about you once or twice or more.
Yeah.
But we were talking about placebos, but we can forget about that now. But I just find it weird that, and so we were talking about like fixing yourself and stuff. I think there's a lot in it. If you take something to make yourself better, and you believe it's going to, then it can't.
I think it's better off than just sitting there and just hoping that when you wake up you don't feel the worst.
True.
Like vitamins are really good, aren't they?
Yeah. Some people are kind of like anti everything though, aren't they? Maybe if you've got the flu and you like Lemsips and all that stuff, but have you had friends or people in your life that have like, they won't really do aspirine or paracetamol or ibuprofen and just rather get on with it? But like if you've got a muscular thing, like ibuprofen really like takes... And if
I'm like someone that I don't, like if I have a headache, no, I don't, do it. I definitely, probably in the last few years, I've just kind of constantly stopped popping them. Yeah. So now it kind of has to be really bad. But yeah, it's like that time of the month. Sorry to be vulgar.
No, it's good.
But that time of the month.
That's why we have the female male.
Yeah, absolutely. That time of the month, boy, do I need that. Like
really?
when I was in high school.
So what for lady time?
Yeah.
What's a good combination? I'm sure you're not going to educate the population, but what's the...
Well, for me personally, I can't just take like 2 paracetamols. I need to take 2 paracetamols and 2 ibuprofen.
Oh, that's my go-to when I'm like...
so it just knocks it.
My mum always used to... That was my mum's combination for if you need...
Like if you really need to knock it. And obviously because you've got to get up, you've got to go to work, or I've got a 2-year-old, so there's no lying in bed thinking about it. So you got to crack on. Man. So I start to feel it, and then straight away just 2 paracetamol, 2 ibuprofen, and then that will do me. But it will only last about 3 hours. So then the last hour I'm in pain, and then I take it every 4 hours.
God,
but
don't envy you.
Yeah, no, it's not. But in school, I used to have to take 2 days off school because it was so bad.
Is that bad? Yeah. People get different levels, though, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. Some people like they don't get any effects. Bless them, jeez.
Yeah, some people heavier and lighter, and anyway, I don't want to profess to be an expert in any of this kind of stuff.
Hey, you've been married. You've got a partner. You've seen it all.
A child of that age.
Exactly. Yeah, she was. She would be.
She's that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, I don't know how we got. It's funny, isn't it? We started. So okay, we got paragliding.
So I think
trusting the equipment.
I know. We need to get like someone on here that can like diagnose ADHD.
Oh yeah.
Because I think we both may.
Do you think you're on it? You know, I got my diagnosis recently, right? So I'm official. I'm official.
You're official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Re-diagnosed, because I was diagnosed when I must be 11, 12 or something, by the only specialist in the UK.
Wow.
Like down in Horsham, Surrey.
Well, so that was just recently.
So I got redone like by an online, because now it's rife, not rife, but you know what I mean. It's more like accepted as a thing.
Yeah.
When I was 11, so we're going back like 30 years.
50 years. Sorry.
11.
How many?
Well, I was 11, 42 now. Work it out. Oh my God. That's got to come out. You can't have a full-on coughing fit. My face is going to go red from coughing.
You can cut that if you want.
Excuse me, I just did a massive coughing fit. But nobody will know because it just got cut out.
Just go back to where were we before you?
We were at the ADHD stuff.
Yeah, so you just recently diagnosed
so I redid it because I thought, you know what, for like work and business and stuff like that, having being able to have the medication, something. So like the ADHD, it's all about like really the underlying things like a dopamine deficiency. So you need, your level of dopamine. So this is why people like with ADHD or seek exciting things, normal or strange or whatever, things that could raise the dopamine back up.
Wow. So is that a lot of the reason why you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie?
Yeah, it could be anything. So like some people look at like a porn addiction to like, or something like this. Not me.
Yeah.
Everyone loves a bit of Pornhub.
Big statement.
You probably can't say the brands. Who gives a fuck? We've said loads of brands. But no. So... But yeah, some people like porn addiction. Some people turn to like recreational drugs, which I read loads of stuff. I watch loads of videos. There was an interesting one, like, so ADHD people, if they took something like cocaine, illegal stimulant drugs, they're not going to arrive at the same level, potentially, that someone who would take these drugs to get a high from.
For someone who doesn't have ADHD, they're going to get a lot more of a high.
They get the high, where for someone like me or someone like ADHD, if they did like an illegal... drug, this kind of drug, like I'm no expert, but you know what I mean, like what did I just say, what kind of drug, like
cocaine,
but what sort of drug is that? An
illegal
whatever
substance.
Anyway, something that gives you anyway you might just end up like being normal on it and stuff like this. So basically the ADHD drugs that you get prescribed are like the equivalent sort of drug would be like speed and stuff. Again, I'm like no expert, and I know that from like talking about drugs when I was much younger and knowing the names of drugs and stuff like that. But it was like a speed drug, which is maybe like more like an ecstasy kind of thing than like a cocaine, and that's what it is. And it's basically a drug that is to give you the pick that dopamine up, connect the old receptors or whatever, and get that dopamine back up to like a normal level, so that you can focus on stuff. Because without it, you can just be like completely without focus, like not being able to pay attention to anything. Maybe being over talking over other people, finishing other people's conversations, trying to start a job in work and then scatterbraining onto something else, not finishing stuff. So it's like, it's really, so that's why anyway, I wanted like a re-diagnosis to sort of get. So yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, and, I definitely think I have some of those traits, but I think it's a big statement to be like, oh yeah, I'm ADHD. Because I think some people can just be generally like, okay, my mind's scattered. I've just got a lot of things on my mind,
of course,
and I'm struggling to focus. Because I would say yes, definitely, I struggle with focus, but I'm also really good. Like I run events, so for me, it's like I'm clearly organised. I can clearly, stick to a time. Like I can do this. I can make sure all the finer details are intact. Yeah. So that it's just like it's a big statement. Going okay, and then I don't really have like. I'm very much not like you in a sense that like I've got that adrenaline and that let's go jump, out of a plane and things like that. Yeah. And that's why, people that I know that've got that ADHD, they've also got that kind of side of them as well.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. But it'd be interesting because maybe it's not that. It's something else. Or for me, it could be like a form of dyslexia. Yeah. Or
I've got that as well, and the two tend to go hand in hand. So dyslexia, a lot of people, a lot of people with ADHD, or maybe the majority of people with ADHD, will also be dyslexic. Like that's the thing.
Do you think?
But there's levels of dyslexia, so basically I remember watching a thing about dyslexia, like it might have been on the TV years ago, and it was trying to simulate like what it looks like for people that are trying to maybe read and do stuff in school or college or whatever with ADHD, and it was like the words would all like move on the page, and like for me the words never moved on the page. I just couldn't like grasp it. Like it's almost my brain was saying look away, like don't
what I do is like when I read out loud, or when I'm just reading, for some reason my eyes just always go to the next line, and then when it goes to the next line, it's like I just start reading that line, but then jump back up to the line I'm on. Ooh. So it's like I just add in, and it's really weird.
So when you're adding context that's not there as well.
Yeah, which is then again.
That's intelligent though. To be able to do that.
Oh, thank you.
No, do you know what I mean though?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things.
It's like wittiness. Yeah, being able to do something quick and it quick.
Maybe I'm just trying to jump ahead, and I'm not. Yeah. I think that's the thing is I'm always in such a rush that maybe it's like, I'm just jumping ahead. But do you think, I just had a thought when you were talking before, do you think that, someone who's got dyslexia, do you think it can be like untrained?
What does that mean?
It's not, okay, so because it's not a trained thing, obviously someone just has it. But do you think with a lot of education, like a lot of like someone really spending a lot of time with them, do you think it's something that can be...
Okay.
I don't want to say fixed because it doesn't mean that something wrong with you, but it kind of is like, it can straighten all that out.
Okay, I think the answer is no. I think with things like ADHD, obviously like autism, ADHD I'm told is on the autism spectrum. Yeah. We're all on the spectrum, which we say as a joke, everyone's on the spectrum. I genuinely think we are. So if you've got like really strong autism on one end of the spectrum, and then you've got on the other end of the spectrum, like not autistic at all sort of thing. Yeah. I think like someone with ADHD is going to fit, be a little bit more up the ladder if you like. But dyslexia, ADHD, definitely autism, like there is no mad fix, is there, for autism? Yeah. Like some people struggle, and it's a lifey problem. It's like a massive problem.
People are born with it, aren't they?
Yeah. So for ADHD and for dyslexia, there's coping mechanisms. So I think the only real thing you can do, like ADHD, obviously medication, right? There is something there, but you're still going to have ADHD. You're medicating something to give a relief and to help. So that's one thing. Dyslexia, I'm pretty sure, unless it's tied with ADHD, I don't think there's like a medication, no. But it's all about coping mechanisms. So imagine you had ADHD, but you didn't have medication. You can use coping mechanisms. And for example, if ADHD really affects you in an office environment and getting the task done, you can do like time boxing. So like organize your tasks by the hour. Yeah. Yeah. Like use your calendar to the max and use tools. And I think to get to that stage, you've got to be a bit more mature and a bit more in the game.
Have you find, as someone who's been diagnosed with ADHD, have you found all these things, like you said, like tick boxes that can really help you? Have you, like obviously you run your own business, you do a lot of things like that. So has that really helped you, these like mechanisms to kind of put you on straight and narrow, or
it definitely does. I think the problem though is you need that dopamine to give you that get up and go. And I think the good way of describing it is the same thing as like, you know, when you start a job and it might be cleaning the house or something, and when you get in the rhythm and you get almost excited about it, if anyone can get excited about cleaning the house, you smash it, you start to smash it, you're in the rhythm.
Yeah.
But you've got to get in the rhythm. And if your dopamine levels are like super low, how do you get... So it might be like you smash a few coffees.
Yeah.
To get into it, and then you can start using some of these.
But the tablets you take, how many do you just take them once a day, or is it like a once a week?
All right,
thing?
So these are like a one a day. One of the standard medications in the UK.
Okay.
They're a cleverly put together tablet, as far as I'm aware. I've done a little bit of research and a bit of reading, and the way that I think the tablet kind of dissolves slowly, so it's like a slow release tablet, because otherwise, like if it was just all in one, you'd get that buzz,
rush,
like, yeah, you'd get everything and it might last an hour.
Okay.
So these slow release ones you can take with breakfast, and I think obviously everything's going into like your gut and stuff, right? So I think it dissolves, but in a slow way. Mm-hmm. So in a way that is releasing the stuff into your bloodstream.
And how many days? Sorry for the questions. I'm super intrigued.
No, it's quite an interesting topic.
How many days do so if you don't take it, how many days?
I haven't took one today, as an example. So I'm buzzing today. Like I'm ADHD today. Like,
so it's just one of those.
Bad.
Yeah.
But the podcast, I'm getting dopamine from this. I love doing this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I can. Yeah.
But so that will kind of keep you... What's the right term? Like, is it kind of like keep you on like a particular level?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so you're
keep
not...
your dopamine level. Like I said, dopamine. Like, I've spoke to loads of people. I spoke to some really interesting guy in Austria a bit ago who's running a shop.
Yeah.
And he was giving all the information, but you can read up on it. Like, it's not a hidden topic on the internet, right? But, you know, with the dopamine super low, I need to get my dopamine where like a normal person sits.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting. So all it is a chemical imbalance in your brain and in your... Yeah, I'm pretty sure these chemicals are produced in the brain, right? So
that's where they say... no, that's a completely other... Sorry, keep going.
What are you going to say? You're going to
no,
come out with something
I was
amazing.
just going to come out... No, with just obviously the chemical levels, as you were just saying, that's how obviously they say it's a chemical imbalance in your brain when you have depression as well.
Yeah, pretty much,
it's
right?
Like it's kind of on a similar page in terms of that.
But
that's why I said, maybe keep going, because that's obviously a really deep topic, which I think it would be great.
It's massive.
We've got Mental Health Week coming up, so that would be a great
that'd be a good one. We should definitely do a show.
Because, geez,
I was watching
now.
another show. I was watching another show yesterday, or it might have been this morning, I can't remember, but a guy was talking about, it was a doctor, so he's like, blows our lid off, right? But it was a doctor talking about ADHD and like people that are going to suffer from depression, because obviously like I think anyone can suffer from depression, but there's going to be certain things that someone with ADHD is going to be more prevalent to, like could get sort of more easily prevalent. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so like, but whether or not that could be depression, I don't know. But what he was saying is, again, because like, he was talking about antidepressants, for example, and standard antidepressants like Prozac and some of the other like known branded antidepressants can actually make someone with ADHD worse because like they're doing something chemical, right? You'd need to really do the legwork on this one, but they're doing something chemical, but because you've got this dopamine problem and all this jazz, they can make you worse. So it's really interesting, like what's going on in there.
Yeah,
super interesting.
Like this. I don't know whether to save that for another podcast. I do think we should do one. I think we should do one on mental health because I was on medication from probably the age of 16, and I'm off it now. Okay. But that was only probably in the last 2 years. And honestly, I'm better.
That's good. I'd like to talk to you about
that. I think that would be a nice conversation. I think definitely as we're coming into Mental Health Week, that's definitely... But we're getting better at not changing subjects constantly.
Oh my God. So we're talking about changing topics all the time. Like
all the time.
Useless. But I think it's interesting because it makes us just look like lunatics, and people like watching lunatics.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, so people go to the circus to watch clowns, right? So I don't know.
Just come on here.
We're
right here.
Come and watch us. Watch us through the window if you want, if you've got some big ladders.
Yeah. So you were telling me about...
Andro.
Andro.
My friend. Okay, so my friend in Cremona, a beautiful city in northern Italy. In northern Italy. Central northern Italy. He invited me over to Italy. So we've done some recording for a podcast that will go out soon as it's ready, because it will need a bit more editing than this. With some artist friends. Who paint some really interesting paintings, like super.
See, when you said artist, I didn't know whether it was painting, whether it was music. Okay, so it was painter.
Yeah. So there's it's a collective one of my close friends, who is a friend of my friend Andro, so one of the sort of group, if you like.
Andro? I love that. Andro.
So his name's Andrea.
No,
but it's shortened to Andro.
Yeah.
You've got to say that Andro.
Andro. Do you do it with like the tongue, like that?
Yeah, roll the tongue. It's hard to get.
Everything in Italy is like...
so hard to try and get it. Anyway. So, went out, we took some of the equipment and we did a cool little podcast. So, a bit of editing and that'll be up soon. So basically, why am I gone off topic again? And this is exactly the reason. But Andrew said to me, he said, I'll tell you what would be good. But he watches a lot of podcasts, but he watches and listens to a lot of shorter podcasts.
Yeah, okay.
So it could be like 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, could be 3 minutes.
Is there podcasts that short?
There's some really short ones.
Because obviously some of the feedback that I got was that ours is too short. And I'm like,
no,
but when I'm driving in the car...
Minutes,
Exactly, because I watch like hour-long ones.
Yeah.
And it's too long because I've got to, like 3 trips back to work and then I haven't even finished it.
You could start... Yeah, because then you want to listen, don't you? Because
yeah,
a conversation, whether it's really good or average, you still want to get to the end, right? And find out what's going on. But no, he said you should try and stick to one topic. But then, like I say, some of the ones he watches are like, honestly, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. So obviously the topic's going to be... We tend to flutter around like butterflies.
I definitely agree, and I think that it's one of those things like, hey, let's sit down and we'll talk about 3 topics.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like even with
ADHD
just then, that was a little bit longer because normally when we talk about a topic, it's literally like 2 minutes, the next one, the next one, the next one. So I do think that,
But anyway, I think we're awesomely scatterbrain awesome.
Yeah, you've got to have a little bit of scatter in your life. Everyone does.
It's funny because I can imagine you've got to put yourself on the other side. People are listening, thinking like, what are they? Then suddenly we just go to like how nuns eat their cornflakes, and it's like, how do nuns eat their cornflakes?
It's just like I think our brains are just like, but we want to know all the answers, and we don't know them.
We do.
We just want people to come on here and give us the answers.
Exactly.
Just tell me.
But this is going to really annoy Andrew now because I almost promised him that we'd stick to a topic.
We're really sorry, Andrew.
And Andro. He's going to be famous now. We've shouted him out on the thing.
Told him where he lives and everything. What's his address?
No, exactly. But anyway, nuns and cornflakes.
No.
We can't go down there.
What are you doing?
Religious people, nuns and monks, it's just coming to my head.
All right.
Do you think they have what diet do they have? Like, do you think, have you ever seen a nun shopping for Kellogg's Frosties in the supermarket? Or a monk? I
don't think I've ever seen a nun or a monk shop. Do they even eat?
God, yeah, do you know what? Maybe it's all about the products grown in the garden, like that kind of thing.
I feel like, they'd just be a little bit like they've got like their own community and they go out to, pick their tomatoes and things like that. And it's all got to be like blessed or like holy.
Oh, I really want to do the research. I've definitely not seen a nun or a monk in Lidl. Haven't. Do you think, so if they had to go into the supermarket, which supermarket do you think they'd choose? Would they go like Waitrose? But because they couldn't do that because people think, monks have got a lot of money.
Oh, I don't know. I think they would go Waitrose because isn't Waitrose food a little bit more like organic?
Yeah, but then people...
Like the range is bigger.
Yeah, but isn't the whole point that they're living on a minimum thing? And if they're flashing the cash in Waitrose...
Waitrose is quite cheap though.
Oh, this is a thing, isn't it?
I was talking to my colleague the other day.
Is.
It is. Yeah. Marks and Spencer's and Waitrose. Oh gosh, you know what?
I'm having a drink while you're trying to get your words out.
We'll be here for a while.
Marks and Spencer's and Waitrose.
M&S.
M&S. Marks and Sparks, my mum used to call it.
Oh, really?
Marks and Sparks. We've gone well off topic. Anyway, where are the monks shopping? Waitrose.
Yeah, I think it's because you put out a topic that...
Caught you by surprise.
Well, yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Because we said nuns and cornflakes. I don't know. Are these guys? Who's listening?
Who is?
We've lost another viewer now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, viewers. Anyway, it's important to have a diverse cross-section of topics.
Yeah.
Really, definitely.
Absolutely. Have you...
I was going to stop it then. Go on.
Go on. No.
You go on.
Have you... do you watch much TV? I know you're really busy and you're always travelling, but... I'm going to throw something. Have you seen Baby Reindeer?
No, but it has popped up at the top there on the old main streaming platform.
It's a little bit... Maybe we should speak about it.
Without ruining it, give me... I think the trailer started playing.
Yeah, so the trailer didn't catch me, right? So I watched it, and I probably watched it about 4 times. Just tell
me about the trailer.
It's about a stalker, a woman that stalks a male, right?
So I saw her in the bar. So the trailer was her in the bar going like I'm friends with Joe Biden or no?
Yeah, so she was like a bit of a liar, make things up.
Yeah, but it's English.
It is English, yeah. So obviously, I think it would be better once you kind of can throw in. But it fascinated me. So that it wasn't the trailer that drew me in. I actually watched it 4 or 5 times before I clicked play.
Is it a series or a film?
It's a series. So it's 7 or 8 episodes. And my friend came over and she's like, I started watching it. It's amazing. And I said, it just looks like a big joke. Like, do you know what I mean? From the trailer, it was like this.
Yeah,
this
I thought like a comedy thing.
Yeah,
it looked like a comedy thing. It's not a comedy.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. It says based on true story.
Yeah, it is. So it's just about a male that works in a bar.
Yeah.
I'll just give a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
There's
Don't
this
spoil it for
woman.
the viewers.
No, absolutely not. There's this woman that comes in, and she's practically just starts stalking him. But it's more like she's so in love with him, and he, for some reason, he just goes along with it. He feels really sorry for her. So we've all got a bit of empathy, don't we?
Yeah.
She's a bigger girl.
I've been told that I'm not very empathetic, which is so annoying, but I do. I care about everybody.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where she bless her, she was a bigger girl. Clearly, it just looked like from her point of view, she didn't really have any friends. She was lonely, and she used to come in and sit in this bar. So he was just a bartender that just really felt sorry for her, I think. Cut it out. She, like, to cut the long story short, she started stalking him. But it just rolls into the fact that she kept going, but he was like going along with it and a little bit like playing, like.
Yeah, I thought in the trailer he was like intrigued more than.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to say any more because it would give it away. But he ends up having like a lot of things that happened to him that were really sad. But the thing that amazed me was that I remember finishing it. I went to my wife. I just said, he's got more problems, if not the same as her. So
I see what you mean.
But he's the actor. So this is actually a true life story based on his life. So the main actor is actually him.
It's him.
It's him.
Oh my God.
And this is what makes it more fascinating and so like it draws you in because everything just like you're just like, no, stop it. And it's absolutely like it's just crazy. But watch it and I would love to hear your take on it because personally I think one, he's super vulnerable for putting that out because obviously it's all based on...
Sorry, just to absolutely clarify, based on true story, but the true story of the man actor...
the main actor.
Wow.
That male you see.
You don't hear that?
No. And
because how would it...
Personally, if what happened to him happened to me, I would not be putting that on Netflix. No, it didn't.
Okay.
But it's not even just about Stalker. He had other things happen to him that you'll see within the TV series. It is really, really good. And I think it's more because I couldn't sleep. Like... Because I ended up lying in bed just like obviously watching him do that. And I'm like, he must be so messed up. And like just to be able to be so vulnerable and put that out on such a huge platform, like it's #1 in the world now, and everyone's trying to find the real stalker, who in the show's called Martha Scott, and he like put out an Instagram post the other day just saying, look guys, please can we just can we stop trying to find who these real people are?
He's closed this.
So she's in jail though, like obviously that's clear.
Okay, don't say any more because it says how serious it was.
It was. I don't think I gave anything away.
No.
But it's
brilliant. That is a good sell.
And I'd love to be able to.
You should get sponsored on selling that one. Well, let's hopefully our viewers can indulge in that one. Yeah. I'm certainly going to get stuck in. I like how many episodes?
It's only 7.
Okay, good.
I think it's 7 or 8.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of the big American ones, and they go into the 3rd, 4th, 5th season.
They're never as good, are they, than the 1st and 2nd?
I pull back. Eventually, I pull back. I can't do it. I can't stay.
Have you ever seen Grey's Anatomy?
No, I've never got into that.
Yeah, it's like...
How many series that goes?
That's like 18,
no,
20, 21. Yeah.
Can't do it. I think they lose it.
Yeah.
And you can lose interest. There's only so much.
Absolutely. I do think there's a lot that's coming out on Netflix at the moment, or even whatever streaming platform it is.
Yeah.
But it's too short.
Yeah.
I hate that because you just get into it and you're
more.
like, or you get into it and it's like released in 2027, like the next episode. You're like, damn. But
Analogy: imagine having porridge every morning for breakfast.
Yeah, exactly.
Just porridge. Eventually, you're gonna be like, fuck, I want some chocolate shreddies. Like, come on. Like, what's your favourite cereal?
Ooh.
Do you do cereal?
Not really, no. I do just toast. I love, every
Australian.
Sunday.
Marmite, Vegemite.
I do. I got Vegemite.
Both.
We got it the other day. Not Marmite, Vegemite.
Do you like Marmite though? You have Marmite.
No, it doesn't taste the same than Vegemite.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Oh, I need to get some Vegemite. I love Vegemite.
I tried to get my daughter it the other day
Australian.
and she didn't like it. I was
I'm
devastated.
Get some Vegemite.
It is amazing.
Anyway, we've changed topic. Sorry, Andrew. Sorry again.
Breakfast.
But let's encourage everybody to watch. Go on, sorry. I'm losing it tonight.
That's all right. It's all right.
You
haven't
like
had your tablets. It's okay.
I know. What do you have on your toast?
Just butter and strawberry
real
jam.
butter or like quite
real
tasty?
Butter. No,
my God.
real butter.
Salted real butter. That taste.
Absolutely.
On thick, like hotel toast. If you had toast at a hotel, it'd be on quite thick bread.
Yeah.
Really buttery. Love it.
What about you? What do you eat?
You're a breakfast guy. I like cereals.
Yeah. What's your favourite then?
Ooh, I'm a sweet tooth on the breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate shreddies, Frosties, the chocolatey kind of like,
yeah.
But I'm trying to be good. But tomorrow I'm going to I don't know why I'm saying it because I'm a bit poorly. I'm going to have an English breakfast.
Oh, I love an English breakfast.
So whether that's try and find a cafe or cook it.
Yeah.
Maybe cook it.
I'm really lucky. My wife treats me well every Sunday because obviously, weekdays you get up, out the door,
you
it's a rush.
Time for that.
But Sunday mornings, it's amazing. So normally I have an event on Saturday.
Okay.
And then
stuff,
So normally I have an event on Saturday, and then Sunday she lets me sleep in.
Yeah.
Wake up. Probably I wake up about 8-9 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
And then I come down and she makes me whatever. So it's either scrambled eggs on toast or like avocado and poached eggs.
She's a keeper.
She is. She's amazing. She looks after me.
You've got to give her loads of praise on the podcast.
No, but I
it's
do, and that's the thing
You
is,
always talk highly of
I do. I think that's the thing is like when you're getting married, don't you? And you get into a marriage, you just get in such a routine.
How long have you been married
and you
now?
don't. We've only been married for it will be 2 years in September.
And how long have you been together altogether?
5 years.
That's good. That's a good.
Yeah. So
you know
like,
each other, like
yeah, absolutely. And I think it's just one thing. You just get such in a routine, and then obviously you throw kids into it, and that's a complete
it's chaos.
You learn to kind of do life together with another little person, but then you're both stressed. You're trying to work, and I really think it's the small things. Like I've always tried to make an effort, and she does as well. She does the dishes. Babe, thanks for doing the dishes.
Yeah.
Like it's the smallest things, isn't it? Babe, sweetie.
What's she call you?
Dick. No.
Yeah. Oi, you.
No.
She's
babe.
It's babe and babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. It's like if you get a different partner though, you can't hang on to the. Do you know what I mean? Like depending on if there was any like they knew they'd heard of each other and they knew that you called the old partner a certain name. Then they're not going to want you to call. But would you feel bad having a different partner but calling them the same name?
Yeah, it's like
it
depends. It's
like
a
I
bit of
change partner.
Babe's a bit of like an endearing kind of babe, like
but that is a very.
You know what I hate that I say is sweetie.
All right, sweetie.
I don't know why. I think
pie?
that's very like I don't know where it comes from, but even when I say it, sometimes I'm like sweetie. I'm like, why do I say it? But it just comes out.
Because we're maturing.
I don't. Yeah.
Soon it'll be sweetie pie.
Yeah.
And then it'll be dear.
Just as you get older, they just start to change.
Probably.
But yeah, I think it's definitely small things in a marriage that you've just got to like,
You've got to embrace it.
You do.
Anyway, what do they need to watch on the popular streaming platform?
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
Baby Reindeer.
Is there a
Ignore
reason
the trailer.
for the name?
So Martha Scott calls, so the stalker lady calls the main character. I forgot his name. That's awful.
But the guy,
Baby Reindeer.
Like a name.
So she's like, he's my baby reindeer.
So that's where the name comes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then right at the last episode.
Yeah.
Don't give it too much away. I'm not. Yeah. The last sentence, you find out why. On like and then it cuts, and that's it.
Wow. Okay.
It's cool.
Everybody watch that stuff. I'm going to watch it, and then we'll be able to talk about it. That'd be quite good watching it. Like it's like a book club. Like read the book. And then,
let's do it.
Yeah, a bit weird.
We'll come back, give our feedback. You got to watch Love Is Blind.
Which one's
I'd love
that?
to see. It's that dating show where they go into the pods.
Oh God, yeah. You mentioned it, but I need to.
You need to watch it.
I've got to embrace them. I struggle a bit.
Yeah.
I could be watching something quite late, and I'll just put some comedy. Doesn't matter if I watch it or
not.
not.
Yeah, I think you're a bit like lighthearted, aren't you? You'd probably just want things that are a bit lighthearted.
Yeah, but no. If I get into it, I get into it.
Yeah.
And if I know that it's not going to be loads of series of episodes, I'm fine. 7, that's a good number for me.
That's good. You can do that.
We'll get them to watch it, and we'll chat about it. Yeah. We'll chat about it because I'm going to watch it. And
I'm going to rewatch it again. I think
I'll probably be really excited because I get really like a buzz on about.
It's good. I hope it lives up to how I've just portrayed it, but I think it does. I think it's amazing.
What's it called? The trailer caught my eye, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't in the right moment to press.
I think I've explained. Like, I don't think it's amazing. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's
You can't over-egg the pudding.
I still can't get my head around it. It's
like
it's
really
fascinating.
And
when it's real life, that's that's it.
Okay.
Fab.
Well, they'll watch it. We'll watch it, and we'll talk about that one.
And then we'll chat next week.
We'll catch up. You're getting a new chair soon.
Please.
Get a new chair.
I came in today. Look, can I just tell everyone over
here? They're not allowed to see your chair. You could be sat on a toadstool.
I came in because normally when we come in, I don't really see your chair. Yeah. You were sitting over there on a throne, and I'm sat on this little school
chair
with a little cushion that's about this thick. And over here, he's got royalty sitting there. It's well comfy.
If you like this chair, you've already had a sit in it.
It's all right. It's comfy, yeah.
I'll get the same.
I'm just wondering if it's going to be too short because this is
quite
high
up and down.
up.
It's got the.
Okay.
The gas
so it's
truck.
going to give me a bit of height.
Yeah,
I need a little bit of height.
You can choose, and we can up and down. And right, I'm promising you that there'll be a better chair.
It's all right.
Should be able to do that for the next session. Anyway, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this chat.
Oh, it's a good chat. And they've been watching the Harry & Co podcast show.
Bye-bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Wait for the camera to cut. We'll see you all soon. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Have a great week.